All right, there you go.
What's happening, YouTube? We in the building. It's me, Lamont Tyson. It's that megastar Mooch and the living legend Larry. My people's Moochie, how you feeling today?
Hi, everybody.
Big Larry,
Hey.
how you feeling today?
Man, I'm doing me. You know how it is. You know how we do.
Yeah. And sometimes you got to do you, my brother, because ain't nobody else going to do you unless you pay for it. So I'm all about that life. And ladies and gentlemen, Moochie has on her glasses of seeing into the future of these TV shows where she pull out the notebook and the
Look,
glasses.
I got the whole psychic aura going on.
She got her thinking cap on and everything.
Exactly.
I mean, if this was 1988, you'd be paying $1.99 for the first minute and 99 cents for each additional minute to call the Moochie Psychic Hotline, people.
I'm like, Cleo, call me now.
Yeah. Boy, here y'all go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know what we're doing tonight. Tonight is all about Snowfall, Season 4, Episode 7. We're going to go through this thing step by step and break it down. And in true Lamont Tyson fashion, I always give you guys a clip that gives you the essence of the episode. And for me, this was the essence of the episode because I told y'all his ass was going to snitch. I said it, and let's take a look at this clip.
Think about what we've been through. We have survived massacres in Africa, enslavement, the Middle Passage. We survived Reconstruction, Jim Crow, lynchings, and the ruthless oppression that still continues till this day. But I don't know if we can survive this. This systematic poisoning of our people by the government and by you, son. Killing us all. Don't you see that?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get there. We're going to get to that part, but we ain't going to start out with that part, but we will get there. For those of you that are looking for Nita the Diva, she has some business she had to handle today, so she won't be here. But if you still want to subscribe to her channel, her link is in the video description. Help that sister out as she's trying to deal with the business she got to take care of. When you become an adult, sometimes you got to deal with some business.
She did a book review on King Kong and Godzilla.
So, I saw that, and I still haven't finished the movie yet. I'm going to try to get a review up maybe tomorrow because I know the fella's going to want to talk about it. Larry, you finished it yet?
Yeah, I finished it.
Damn it, man. I'm the only one, man. I tell you what, man. Having children, boy, I tell you. So let's get into this thing, man. Let me shout out the people. So far, we got 351 Cleveland who said he would have paid that $1.99 Moochie. We got D Weave. What kind of weave you got? It's D Weave. Then we've got Stanley Powell in the building, Key Malik in the building. Let's dive on into it. And we're going to start first scene right here. Here we go. So in the beginning, when this episode starts out, you see the family in here sharing a story and having a good old time, just reminiscing about life. Then they get on to talking about who Jerome and his sister's mother would have wanted in their lives. And a comment was made where Jerome was like, she wouldn't have liked you the way you are, something to that effect. Moochie, I'm gonna give that
said something real slick.
Yeah, man. Moochie, I'm gonna give that to you first. What was going through Rome's mind when he took that dig at Louis?
When he took that dig at Louis, he was letting her know that he was still mad at what happened in
Arkansas.
Right. And with Little Rock, yeah.
Little Rock, yeah.
He's still kind of tight about that.
Okay. Larry, what was your impression of the opening scene?
Yeah, I think we're seeing more and more Jerome sort of I want to say almost sort of coming into himself where he is pissed off at Louis. He's also pissed off at Franklin, and in general, he's just pissed off at the situation that he's in.
Right.
And I think we're already seeing in this episode, we're going to continue to see Jerome starting to take more control over his own life and make his own decisions and do what he wants to do.
Gotcha. And you know what? I enjoyed seeing them have Jerome take more ownership in this episode. He was a major part of this episode, and I was glad to see that.
And you notice since he knows the truth. Didn't I tell you he was going to change?
Yeah.
Okay, look, I predicted it.
You did, Cleo. I mean, look, can I get the discount and only pay 50 cents a minute? You know, I ain't got 99 cents.
Yeah, look, just I'll give you a quarter and give you a little short tail. Okay,
that'll work. All right, now I'm gonna go to you first on this, Larry. Next scene, we get Avi, Teddy. They in the airplane. They talking about what's going on with the money, and we know where they flying at. Larry, break this scene down for the people.
Yeah, you know, what's interesting about this scene is that, you know, even though they're business partners or business associates, they do business together, and I feel like Javi has some real genuine affection towards Teddy. Like, he recognizes what's going on. Like, he even said, hey, back in the day when I used to work for, you know, an intelligence agency, you know, government agency back somewhere in Israel, and yada yada, basically saying that he used to be a Mossad agent. And he was telling him, I recognize what's happening to you right now, and I've been there, and I empathize with you, and you need to be careful about how you cope, you know? Right. And I really believe that in that moment, even though they may have some issues going on with each other, that he really was sort of trying to reach out to him just as one human to another to say, hey, look, we're different people, but we both have been through the same things. I've been through, and I've been where you're at now, you know?
Yeah. Moochie, how did you feel about this airplane scene? What did you take away from their conversation?
What I took away was Avi was in his position before, and he sees that he's falling down the hole, getting sucked in to the job that he's doing.
Yep.
He needs to like pull away from it or get his head right. And he was letting him. He sees that he's sniffing coke.
Yep.
So you know, he's telling him, "Look, man, your slip is showing."
You know.
Yeah, look, man, your slip is showing.
My God, I'm glad she said that and not me, because I don't want no more trouble. But yeah, I did feel like Avi, you know, I know they business partners, but it felt like Avi was taking them under his wing like family. It's like, bruh, I done this for my country. I done this for that country. And when I started slipping, this is what I had to do to cope. And he's seeing Teddy is losing control. I mean, if Teddy was a drunk driver, he'd already be crashed by now. He losing control quick. And they highlighted some other things in this episode. This was a damn good episode. And we're going to keep right. Go ahead, Larry.
I was just going to say, you know, Teddy's in a hard place because, I mean, he's doing all these things that he's doing, which are pretty terrible things, but he's also had to make some real world sacrifices, not just like career sacrifices. I mean, his brother died as a consequence of his job, of what he's doing. And
not only the brother, but what about the sacrifices he had to make with his family, his kids?
Yeah, I mean, his brother died. His family is basically without him. You know, I mean, the dude is you know, personally, he's just sort of a wreck in a lot of ways. I mean, he has made some really grand sacrifices, and this is the thing: when people make big sacrifices like that, they're not real tolerant of other people not. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I think he went so hard on Franklin last episode, because he was like, "Look, man, I don't give a flying F about your boy. You know, we're making sacrifices in this game. This is what we're doing." And I think he's still on that. He's still on that boat, and he's going hard. I think Teddy's just going hard, and I don't think he's about to slow down just yet. I think we're going to see him go even harder.
Oh, definitely. And there are some events from this episode that is going to cause him to have to go harder. Matter of fact, we've seen him go harder in this episode. Now we get on to the next thing. Alton shows up at his facility. Someone's basically sitting here with the baby, and we come to find out, why is the baby there by himself? Look who's outside, strung out, and I think apparently dead on crack. Muchella, I'm giving this one to you first. Feelings, emotions on this scene.
I thought that he got stabbed up.
Was it that he got?
He might have got hurt because he was stealing from somebody.
He had a crack pipe too. So, did he get stabbed up? Did he get cracked up, or did he get both?
He probably got jigged up.
Yeah, I don't know, because right before that, somebody ran by. They came sprinting by, like they were trying to dip up out of the situation. So he might have. He might have gotten hurt. Maybe he tried to, like Moochie said, maybe he tried to rob somebody or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they were saying in the thing, you know. According to
Lord.
So yeah, dude looked a mess.
He was a wreck, man.
But that was the same one that left the baby with the son, and he went to go get diapers and then come back with it.
Oh wow! Let me shout out my people, Tressa C, who just dropped in to show us some love because she loves to support this channel, but she can't watch us tonight because you know what? She got a date with her boyfriend Gray. His last name Anatomy, and me, T Streams, and Larry, and the Mooch, we all jealous. But girl, handle your business. Handle your business. So Larry, man, I think this is what this did for me. When Alton saw this happen, and he realized there's a baby, and not just a baby, there's brothers and sisters involved. They're not going to have anywhere to go. The next scene after this, they was trying to place him with the police. Who's going to go where? This is what I think ultimately sent Alton over the top about getting out of this life. This little scene right here. This scene right here is what put Alton over the top. And we all saw how this thing went down the rest of the episode, and we're going to keep plowing through it so that we can get to the nitty gritty of what's inside the mind of Alton. And I think that what pushed him was the last straw for him. You know, he's seen the crack that the white man is basically bringing here, but guess who's distributing this stuff in LA? People like his son. And this was it. This was the straw for him. And so then we get to this. Go ahead, Larry.
No, I was going to say, I agree. I think that's pretty much what set him off, because it was like, it's one thing when you see adults using drugs and they mess their lives up because they're adults. But when the adults mess their lives up to such an extent that it's now affecting this little infant who has nothing to do with it, who's as innocent can be. And now, like, like when he was talking to his wife, he was saying, can you imagine being ripped from the arms of your baby sister? Because that little boy, people don't adopt teens, and they usually don't adopt young black teens, young black male teens. I mean, they're going to want to adopt a little baby, but they're not going to want him. And so he's going to be put in the system. He'll eventually age out, and whatever will happen to him will happen to him. And his sister will be adopted by somebody. And I don't know. Maybe he stays in touch. Maybe he loses touch. It depends on how the adoption is. You know?
We got a super chat from my family, Mike Willie. Shouts out to the brother. He just had a birthday, everybody. Mike Willie, who sounds like a grown man, just celebrated, I think, his 32nd birthday, 33rd, his Jesus birthday. That's where he just celebrated.
There you go.
Shout out to the brother Mike Willie, who's been sticking with this channel hardcore. When I do my Detroit trip, we coming through. Big Mike Willie. Let's keep this ship going. So next thing we come through, he's up there somewhere around my man T Stream. We get I
just got finished watching that documentary on Netflix today, that white boy Rick documentary.
And that's a good one, man. That was good. But speaking of which, man, the super chats is coming out the woodwork. Sierra Forever done sent in 1999. She done sent in them Clio prices. She done sent in them Clio prices, 1999. I appreciate that, Sierra. That Sierra Forever, you get a video. Let me see. What can I give you? What can I give you? With a name like Sierra Forever, I assume you got a lot of class, you got a lot of taste, and you could have been a top model. So you get this one.
Not want a pet because they're spiky.
Oh my
I just noticed that her head bopped off the floor like a basketball. That poor Tyra Banks, that poor thing. Sierra Forever, we appreciate you, my friend, and we love that super chat.
Oh man!
And so Larry, it's actually Moochie's turn. So I'm gonna go to you first, Mooch. So who is this chasing them? Peaches and
I think it's
Franklin,
man boy people.
and getting chased by a Lincoln, old school Lincoln at that. You think it's man boy people, Larry? Who you think is chasing? Who you think chasing the crew?
Yeah, I think it's man boys people because I feel like if it was
Scully,
if it was Scully wouldn't have been interested in the plug. Scully would have tried to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
So
and you know what? Let's just make this a trifecta. I said the same exact thing when Franklin said they're not interested in us. They're trying to figure out who's the plug. They've been following us. I said to myself, that's man boy all day. Scully is one track minded. Man boy is actually playing chess in this game. And so I said to myself, that's man boy's people. We ain't even got to spend a whole lot of time on that. And it's going to come to fruition because there's a clip in here with man boy, and I was just laughing my ass off. But we'll get to that in a minute. Here we go. All right, Larry, this is coming to you first, Larry. This brother right here is very upset at what happened to his boy Fatback. Now, keep in mind, my people, for the folks that watch Power, this is that dude Zay, whatever the hell his name was, who was on Power season 6, Power, before when the one with Ghost last season. He's basically stepping to Leon as Leon's trying to say, look, man, I'm going to take care of your family. I'm going to do yada, yada, yada. He's like, bro, I don't want to hear that. He even got so hot, he took his damn shirt off. Like, damn, man, we about to be in here WWE wrestling. And so, Larry, what was going through your mind when you saw this?
Man, you know, it's funny because back in the day, all them old school Crips used to just, I mean, I guess the Bloods too, but they used to just all work out like crazy. They were just like, them dudes were just straight yoked up. Them straight old, them OG dudes, they were scary. But it was funny because dude was like, you know, he took his stuff off and handed his gun to his boy. He was like, let's get this in. Let's do it. You know,
let's do it.
It was none of this. Let's forget all the gunplay. He was like, let's just go ahead and give you an old-fashioned beat down. But you can see it in Leon. He didn't want any. I mean, it wasn't that he didn't want that smoke. Like he didn't just want to fight the dude because dude was huge. He didn't want to fight dude because he felt like he was wrong. He was like, look, I understand you're pissed off because that was your cousin, but Fatback was my boy, and I didn't want that to happen to him. You know, and he does feel responsible. I just, you know, I'm glad it looks like they're going to be able to try and fix some of that. Well, they can never fix it because he's gone, but you know, try and fix what they can. So
gotcha. All right, we got another super chat, man. Look, I can't say enough to my people, man. When y'all super chat this channel, I do great things. When y'all super chat this channel, you give me opportunity to free up my time to help out other YouTubers that we feel like are making a push to do great things, to entertain you guys and inform you guys. So every time you guys super chat, know that I take advantage of that money by trying to empower other YouTubers, spending time with people trying to build YouTube channels and connecting, all for you guys. So I'm very grateful. Solo Dolo James, very grateful. Thank you for coming through and showing us some love. We're very grateful. Moochie, when you saw this scene right here and you seen homeboy take off his damn steroid chest, what was going through your mind?
The body looked good.
I'm sure it
oh,
did.
goodness gracious.
I was looking at that body.
You ain't even care about that gold chain, did you? You ain't even care about his gold chain, did you? You just
I was looking at the muscles.
The thirst is real. The thirst is real.
But I feel like somebody said it in the chat, and I agree with them. They said Leon still hasn't learned how to keep his mouth shut. This is Angelique Glenn. She said that. I agree with her because that guy right there, they said it was supposed to be somebody related to Fatback. So that's his family. They looking for him. They already, you know, they ain't seen him since the newscast. Or if he's we don't know if that's his relatives from where the house he was staying. Well, no, not there. He's from there, but they know where he was safe.
Well, they wasn't through with these guys yet. They wasn't through with them.
They know Leon didn't do that. They know Leon. I mean, I think they're holding Leon responsible because he should have been taking care of Fatback, but they knew that he didn't do that to Fatback. I think they're just pissed off because they figured Fatback worked for you. That was your man's in them. He was your responsibility. You know?
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Now, somebody done stole Moochie notes. What the hell, man?
I got the window open, but the wind is blowing my curtain.
Oh my Lord,
so I just got like a little
Moochie, you ain't learned your lesson from the Wizard of Oz. If you keep that curtain open, it might come and blow you around and have you in Kansas. You better watch it over there.
I gotta get the Snowfall vibes from so I can see into the future.
Oh Lord have mercy. That's why she got on. Why she got on them glasses, people. All right, Moochie, it's your turn. When we saw this exchange between Franklin and Gustavo, and Franklin's basically questioning the alertness, the tentativeness of Teddy, and Gustavo's just chill as hell, like, bro, don't worry about it. What was going through your mind, Moochie? How you think? What was the real deal on this situation? Tell the people what they want to hear.
What I wanted to happen, I thought Gustavo was gonna really have a chat with him and tell him what was really good, but he knows Franklin knows just as much as Gustavo. So I think he should have talked more to him about what's going on with him.
Right. Okay.
Because if things go left, they're gonna be the ones to suffer behind it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Larry. What was you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I think Franklin just did. He just opened the door for Gustavo to come and have a conversation with him later, because I think eventually Teddy's spiraling, and so I think that at some point Gustavo's gonna realize, okay, Franklin's already come to me and talked to me and asked me, so I now have the doors open for me to go and talk to him.
Right.
And I think he's gonna need to go talk to him and say, hey man, look, you asked me about it before. Here's the deal. Here's what's going on. I think we need to sit down and they might have to do an intervention with him. Because
what kind of intervention do you do with Teddy other than slap him around a little bit? I mean, for real. I mean, Teddy's holding a lot of cards, Larry. Teddy's holding a lot of. Teddy's the plug. He's the police. Teddy's keeping the police off them. He's supplying them with their drugs. I mean, you're going to have to do a whole lot of muscle movement to, first of all, replace Teddy. Secondly, get him to shut the hell up.
Yeah. I don't know what they're going to do. They might just have to. I don't know. I mean, it could be. It could be that they sit down and talk to him. It could be something where they all have to come together to work at for a just for a single goal. Sometimes what you need is a unified, you need an enemy. You need something for everyone to focus their attention on.
They just gave you the enemy.
Come together.
They just gave you the enemy, Larry. Irene is the enemy.
Teddy don't know it yet. After Irene, they can't go after Irene physically like that, because Irene is not just Irene. That story is with the paper now. It's with an organization, so you can't go after. You go after the reporter. You still have to deal with the organization. You can't do that. Not with her.
Wasn't it you that said you thought Teddy might have snatched up the editor of the paper?
I did. I thought he might have gone after the editor or the publisher. I was wrong on that. Apparently, he went after the banker. But
so what would stop him from doing that now then?
Well, the only reason why I think is because I'm not sure that going after the publisher, now that the story is out there,
oh my
makes
goodness.
any sense.
Well,
there we go.
Oh my goodness. Man,
there we
Lord
go.
Have mercy. Lord have mercy. People,
I like it.
Again,
I like it.
Kendall $20, TP 99 cents, and TP is supporting the Clio chat fees. 99 cents. $20 the first minute, 99 cents the extra. And again, people, I can't tell you enough how grateful I am when you super chat. You allow me to help bring up other YouTubers, free up my time that I can do some things to try to bring more people to entertain you guys and inform you and connect us. And I'm grateful to that. And I don't take it for granted. I'm very thankful. And for Kendall, let me pull you a video out here. Let me see here. Let me give Kendall McGee this.
Don't you like popsicles?
What?
I said, don't you like popsicles?
What?
I said, don't you like popsicles?
Yeah. What? Yeah.
I appreciate you, Kendall. I appreciate you, TP.
I got a good. I thought this too. Key Malik. He said he thinks Avi stole the money, and I was thinking that too.
Larry, what you think about Avi stealing some of that money?
Nah.
Okay. I was thinking it because I'm going ahead of myself. I'm sorry.
Yeah. We'll get to it. Yes. Slow the horse. Oh my Lord, have mercy. Look, she done got the glasses. She done got the drink on the rocks. Cotto, be more careful. TP.
I mean, I don't think he stole it. I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, anything's a possibility in that game. But I mean, he was going down there and they restored the money. The woman at the bank was like, "No, we put the money back in your account, yada yada yada. Don't worry about it." And I'll be honest with you. I know that Teddy thought that dude that he went after took the money. I'm not convinced that it wasn't the woman. You know, like I'm not convinced that it wasn't her.
It could have been both working in tandem.
It could have been. I don't think it was. I don't think it was Avi, because Avi, first of all, Avi knows who and what Teddy is. And he knows how dangerous he is, not just because Teddy's willing to kill you, but because he could kill you with impunity. I mean, he can just kill you and there's no one's going to do anything about it. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, and not to mention, Avi's a businessman in the sense where he wants to continue to do business with Teddy. I mean, he's basically providing guns to fund a war. I mean, they're talking about tens of millions of dollars. I mean, yeah, he could have stole $50 million from him, but he's probably going to make more money than that over the course of this war in Nicaragua and whatever other conflicts that Teddy decides to involve him in as the years go on. So I don't think he's stealing from him. But somebody from the bank who looks at money that's coming through there that's dirty and thinks, oh, well, I can steal some of this dirty money and no one's going to say anything about it because, well, it's dirty. Well, they just may not be accounting for the fact that somebody who's crazy might just show up at your bank and say, hey, you know what? You're about to give me my money back. Otherwise, you're going to have some real problems. And,
Larry, this one's for you. Alton basically tells the mama, look, I'm going to tell. And the reason I'm going to tell is because we need to get out of this life. And the mama's like, nah, talk to Franklin first. Larry, did you honestly think when this conversation happened, did you honestly think that Alton was going to go and tell without Franklin knowing?
I mean, I knew Franklin was going to find out when he told, but I thought Alton was going to tell.
Yeah,
because he's not.
Remember who predicted it just yesterday? Remember who predicted it right here on this channel just last night?
Yeah,
we said that Alton was either going to devise a plan so that he would take the fall, or he was going to snitch. One or the other.
I thought he was going to take the fall. I really did.
I did.
He took a fall from that pistol whipping from his son, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Got another one.
Oh man, we got another. Oh man.
Got another one.
TP in the building with the $1.29 Another Miss Cleo chat, and I'm very grateful. Very, very grateful. We appreciate that, TP. Keep it coming, my people, because we, like I said, anytime we get these super chats, you allow me to do more with other YouTubers, help build the brand, build their channels, and network. Everybody has some. Oh man, William.
Oh,
Long
here we go.
in the building. Big Willie.
Here we go.
Big Will style, man. He's been rocking with this channel for so long. Bruh, I'm grateful. I'm very thankful. And we can't just say enough at the way you guys have responded to the content we're doing, how we've been trying to expand our content to go just beyond quote unquote African American based shows. And you guys have been riding with us through the comics, through the movies, through some of the other shows, and you keep sticking with us. We're very grateful. So William and TP, thank you. Getting back to this. Go ahead, Larry.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I don't think that he was gonna take the fall for him. I think that if, for instance, if they were getting out, and in the process of getting out, all hell broke loose, he might take the fall for him so that Franklin and his mom, and his wife can get away clean. But he's not going to take the fall for him right now, and Franklin is still in the game. I mean, that's one of his things. He wanted Franklin out the game. And so, but it's unfortunate, but, and Franklin's mom is like, I'm not leaving my son again. I'm not doing that. I'm staying with him. And, we knew that they weren't. I mean, she was talking before about 2 years. We knew that wasn't going to happen. We knew 2 years wasn't going to happen. So, I mean, Alton, in all seriousness, he would be better off, probably for his sobriety and for his safety, just to leave, because if word gets out that Franklin's dad runs that shelter, that he's not going to be he's not going to be safe up there. Everyone's going to know where to go to find him, and we wouldn't be surprised if Khadijah shows up there and wants to throw a Molotov cocktail through the window or shoot him up in the place or something. It's just, yeah. If I was him, I would have to say, look, I love y'all, but I can't sit here and watch this happen. You're going to have to decide if you want to stay in the game or if you want to have a family. If they're like, we're staying in the game, then just be like, all right, cool. I get that. I'm out. Deuces, So
All right. We're going to move right along, and we've got another super chat, man. Wow.
Solo
Dolo James is back. Man. Franklin turned
Alton into a poet.
He sure did. I mean, he spit that sweet steel music in his ear. And Solo Dolo James, I appreciate it, man. Moochie, I'm coming to you. This was funny though.
But I did want to say though, before you go, Moochie, I did want to say, when we talked about it last week, I said, don't be surprised if Franklin puts hands on his dad, because I said, remember,
he did say
dad
that.
was gone for a long time. He doesn't have a whole lot of love for his pops.
He doesn't.
So,
even though he told why he did what he did in the Black Panther days, he's still not feeling him like that.
No.
Yeah.
Well, this was funny but sad. You got the Clark sisters trying to get the bounty on Leon. And you know what these chicks did? They went and got the wrong body. This don't even look like Leon. You done killed somebody's son for nothing.
Just because he got an afro.
Just because he's got an afro. But first of all, why the hell is SWV killing somebody for $5,000 in the first place? That's enough. That's enough to get you to kill somebody. I mean, what the hell? And when
maybe need shoes. You heard what she said? She hired a babysitter to do this.
A babysitter don't cost no 5 G's.
She said, I'm not gonna get my money. I hired a babysitter to do this.
Muchella.
That's just crazy.
Where in the world is a babysitter $5,000? Where they do that at?
Look, I didn't say the babysitter was gonna get $5,000. She just probably was like, look, I need you to watch my baby because I gotta take care of some business.
and the business she took care of was killing somebody's son. And then when they opened the trunk, they opened the trunk. Oh my God! Oh! Lord have mercy! Oh my God! Nita the Diva is coming through. Missing y'all. I'm here in spirit. Y'all are the best. Nita the Diva, you are the best. We support you. You support us. You didn't have to do this because you've talked to me about what's been going on with you today. And for you to have the intestinal fortitude to deal with what you're dealing with, get up here and send us a super chat like that to show support. I'm very grateful. Like I've been giving everybody the same speech today. When y'all super chat me, you give me time to work with smaller YouTubers, bigger YouTubers, whoever, networking, trying to bring people together to keep you guys constantly informed and entertained. And I'm super thankful. I can't tell you guys enough. Nita, we got you in our thoughts. If you guys want to get closer to Nita, her link is in the video description. She's got a wonderful YouTube channel. Please go check out the sister. Now, Moochie, this is going to be funny. So after SWV get the wrong body,
that's freaking frat. That ain't even SWV. That's freaking frat.
Golly. Man boy pulls a gun on her, telling her to get the hell out my face after they was like, look, we done hired a babysitter. We need to go get some new Pumas. We need to go get our hair done. I'm just thinking to myself, you got to do all this consumerism shit for $5,000, man. Come on, man. Moochie, talk to me about your New York folks. What? Oh, they in LA, so I can't even pick on
LA,
you.
so we don't have no parts of that.
Moochie, what is these women thinking? What are they thinking?
They like, we did a job. We still need to get paid.
Golly. Moochie, they got the wrong. This is not Leon.
I know that. I'm like, I was like, oh shoot, they did kill him. Because somebody on the chat last week said he's gonna die this episode. And then when they said they had him in the trunk, I said, nah, it wouldn't be that easy.
No.
And then when they opened the trunk, I said, look, they ain't even Leon. They look like they just put a wig on somebody.
Right. It looked like a girl. It looked like they killed a girl and threw her in the trunk and said it was Leon. Man, golly.
Yeah.
Larry, what was going on? What was going on, Larry?
Well, first of all, I want to say Leon's not dying. You know,
I don't think
it was questionable for a minute, but Leon's not dying because now what these writers have done has made Leon Franklin's conscience. You know, he's gonna, every time he looks at Leon, he's gonna realize what he's done, and he's gonna realize he needs to move a little bit different. He owes some people. So, plus he now has his guardian angel in Jerome. So, you know, so
well. All right, well, I hope y'all know.
I mean, you can't just kill some random dude and show up and then talk about, well, can we still get paid? At least give me $4,000. I mean, what is this dead body disposal? Are you just gonna show up and try and sell a dead body, some random dude you didn't murder? You weren't even smart enough to get the right dude. You gonna try to? Well, let me at least get 4,000, 3,000. I mean, he should have shot them. He should have shot both them chicks right there and threw them both in the trunk and had his boys drive away somewhere. I can't afford to have people that dumb show up to my spot.
I'll tell you what, man. Black folks is some negotiating people. I mean, the damn Golden Girls were trying to negotiate for something when they went in there and bodied a woman. Then they put the wig on the woman and tried to say it was Leon and thought that they was going to still walk away with some money. Damn. But I guarantee you this. I tell you this. We probably ain't done seeing SWV. I'm telling you. Y'all better keep an eye on them. And Larry, this question is going to go to you first. So now Leon runs up in the club. He realized what's going on. He done had his talk with Fatback Mans and them. And, you know, Jerome's at the point where he's like, we're going to protect Leon. He one of us. But Louis is not feeling it, Larry. What was going? The tension between Rome and Louis is just getting thicker and thicker. Break this scene down for the people, Larry.
Yeah, I think that that Louis is really showing her true nature in a sense. She's much more like Franklin than she's like Jerome. because she's really all about that business. And she's like, she has a very, very small circle of people that she cares about. And Leon is not in that circle, you know? I mean, that's just what it is. She cares about Jerome and she cares about Franklin, and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anybody else, you know?
Oh, you can't blame her.
Because when it came down to it, when they were having that conversation like 2-3 episodes ago about whether to give up Leon so that they can go back into business as normal, she was like, yeah, we have to give him up. And Franklin, you know, fortunately for Leon, Franklin is, you know, Leon is in that small circle because Franklin is just the same. He has a very small circle of people. He's got Leon, Unc, and you know, and Louis, and that's it. I mean, his parents, obviously, but so, you know, I think you're right. Jerome was basically like, nah, Leon's one of us. And I think part of the problem is he sees how disposable that people can be to them. And he's like, I could be him. I could be one that's just as disposable. And I want someone to have my back. Right. And I'm not sure anybody right now has my back if push came to shove. So I think he realized, hey, you know what? That out of all the people that are around, not there's a lot, but of the people around us, I'm the only one that really knows how to move in these streets. You know?
Mooch, I'm going to come to you after I thank Ron Mitchell. I appreciate you, homie. His comment was, man, boy, snatched that power back from Khadijah. We'll get to that in a minute. Ron, I don't think so. It looked like it. He did for the moment, but ultimately, I don't think so because Khadijah is a wild card. But Mooch, what was going through your mind during this scene?
Like I said, this all stems from Little Rock. Now that Jerome know what's going on, what's good, he's gonna step in now because now he already see why it got crazy, and now that they can't get out, now he's in.
Oh yeah,
he's in. And he's gonna letting Louis know, like, yo, you not running this show by yourself no more. It's not all you.
Mooch, I don't think it's just about Little Rock. I think now that
he, you know why I said Little Rock? Because that's where he found out the truth.
Right, but I think a lot of this has to do with their relationship. Because he sees who Louis is and he doesn't like it. Like that comment that he made about what his mom would like, you know, his mom wouldn't like what he saw in her if she were around. I think he was saying that about the mom, but I really believe what he was saying is I don't like what I see in you, you know? And he's seeing the way she was willing to throw Leon to the wolves, and he's like, I see how you can do someone. And I don't want to be on the other side. I don't want to be in the position where I can get thrown to the wolves like that. So and I think he's empathizing with Leon for a bit because everybody else, Franklin wants to be the smart one. You know, Louis wants to be a smart one up there running her club. And then you have Leon and Jerome that are just sort of like the street dudes, you know? And street dudes are expendable. And he didn't want to be a street dude. He wanted to have his little rim shop, his stereo shop, and live his low-key life.
Exactly. But now he knows the truth. So we can't go back. He can't. Now that he knows the truth, you got to keep in mind, at the end of the day, that's his family. Now that he knows the truth, he got both feet in the water.
Well, definitely. But that's why but I think also that's one of the reasons why he's chosen to protect Leon, because he knows that Leon's out there by himself. You know?
Well, here's somebody else that's about to be out there by herself. We get this scene with Man Boy basically getting all up in Khadijah's ass, telling her she need to chill out, sit down, and she basically get back in his face and say, if y'all grown-ass men would have done your job and took care of Leon, it is what it is. And then it goes back to Man Boy trying to put her in her place. Now, we've got a lot of people in the comment section saying that Man Boy wearing the pants now and Khadijah's back in her place. And I'm here to tell y'all the wild card on this show this season is Khadijah. I believe Khadijah is expendable. which makes her a wild card. You have no idea who she's going to fuck over. She could fuck over Man Boy in her revenge for her daughter. She could screw over Scully. I don't think we can quite say that she ain't wearing pants no more. Mooch, I'm going to give it to you first. Do you think that talk Man Boy gave Khadijah got through, or is she still up to no good?
I think she's still up to no good. Mm-hmm. I think she just was like, yeah. It's going to take time for me to call the dogs off, basically. Because that's what she said. It's going to take time because she put the word out on the street, put a bounty on him. So, you know, I still think she's in control, but not really so much over Man Boy. It's Scully she's in control over. Because she don't already, once she saw he wasn't doing what she's going to do, she's taking charge. And that's as far as getting revenge with her daughter, and she wants Leon. She wants Leon dead, and she doesn't care who. She's to the point now. She wants everybody dead.
Someone in the comment section said Khadijah and Jerome are going to meet head to head because she lost her daughter, but Khadijah is the reason Aunt Louie gets shot in a future episode. And I don't know if Khadijah is the reason why Louie gets shot or is in the hospital, but I do believe that Jerome and Khadijah end up going. And I wouldn't be surprised if Jerome is the one that ends up killing Khadijah through all this. And it might be it might be a situation because they're already setting it up where Jerome is going to be the one looking out for Leon. And I wouldn't be surprised if Leon and Khadijah end up, face to face, and Leon loses his nerve. He just doesn't have it in him anymore to pull the trigger, and Jerome has to do it.
Right.
So,
well, here's another telling scene. Larry, I'm gonna come to you because we predicted this last night. So if you missed our prediction show we do on Wednesday nights, an hour before it comes on, you missed. Now we basically telling y'all the story. I mean, you want to come get the story, come get it. Larry, we talked about the scene in the trailer where he was at the bar getting a drink.
Yeah.
And we at one point in time said either he's starting to get strung out or he's meeting up with somebody. We didn't know who. Well, guess who he's meeting up with? Damn Tattletale Irene. Not only is he meeting up with her, Larry, but she done pulled out the recorder and is recording the whole entire thing while he over there getting drunk on his tonic water. So he didn't get no alcohol. He got tonic water. So all it took for her to do to get him to drop his drawers was a little tonic water.
And Larry, that's Irene's favorite bar. You know she met the other cop there.
She met the other. She probably met her baby daddy there. I don't know. Larry, break this scene down.
Yeah, I mean, we knew this was coming.
It was coming.
We knew it was coming. And I mean, he's doing what he thinks he has to do. He knows he can't go to the government because the government's involved in all this. So I mean, he's really looking at this like the only thing he can do is go to Irene in the media because anything else, any other place is not safe. Can't take it to the feds, can't take it to the locals. There's really nothing he can do except to go to the media. And I don't know, man.
It's tough.
It is. It's a tough situation because there's on some level it's that tough love as a parent. You have to make hard decisions at times, and sometimes you think, well, I can make this decision, and maybe my son goes to jail for a few years, but he's alive, or maybe I leave him alone and let him keep doing what he's doing. And he ends up dead in another couple of years.
Yeah, man. So, Moochie, I'm gonna give it to you. Thoughts and emotions on this scene right here, where the daddy is breaking down, singing like a mockingbird in church.
All right, I'm just gonna bring Floyd McCombs. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. Saying he was a snake and paid in full, and now he's a snake in Snowfall. No, because he's not a snitch; he's a snake. I believe it is a difference between a snitch and a snake. he's a snake.
I mean,
he's not a snitch because he's not running with them doing a business. So he's a snake.
Moochie, it's like this, Moochie. If he benefiting any from the business, he's doing the business. And that roof over his head, that shelter that he got put in place, the nonprofit was funded by them, by Franklin's money. So he might not be pushing the product, but if you're taking some of that money, you in the business.
He's a snake to me still. Okay. It's like, I don't know.
Do you feel like he's doing what his mama should be doing? Because look, he basically, well, we're going to get there in a minute. We're going to get there in a minute because that's the heart and soul of this debate.
Cash Money said something, I think, or no, it was Corey Washington in their comment section said you can't be a snitch if you're ratting out the CIA. I'm inclined to agree with you on that. I mean, you can't really be a snitch when you're ratting out the authorities.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean by that. Like he's doing it for the right reasons.
Right. That's right. That's what I'm saying. The
destruction that all of this is causing.
Right. And I was gonna bring up that dilemma once we get there because we talked about. I'll bring it up when we get there because I mean, in essence, I think he's doing the best he can. In essence, because he don't want to be down with this no more. The Black Panther in him is feeling some kind of way, and he's thought about how can they get him out. But the problem that I don't think he's realizing is, even though he's doing the right thing, he feels like it's going to go right. They're going to find a way to fuck the black dude. Period. Irene might not do it, but once you get in that court system, they're going to find a way to screw over the black dude, and he's not seeing that right now for whatever the reason may be.
And to me, when they started talking over the recorder, he messed up already by mentioning his son.
I know.
That's the part I was pissed off about.
Yeah, he could have said
because now it's on record. He didn't say his name.
Well, it's going to be on record.
Yeah, I know it's going to be on record, but he didn't even have to bring his son up, though.
No, he did, because that was the reason why she was talking to him, was that she was doing this article, this story on the relationship between the CIA and the drug business in Los Angeles, and she already knew about Franklin. She was going to expose Franklin.
I know he knows that, but he should, once he saw the recorder, he should have been very careful with his words. There was no being careful at the time that you decide you're going to sit down with this woman. There's no being careful anymore. It's like you either need to talk to her and try to do the best you can to protect yourself and your family, or you just don't talk to her. There is no gray area anymore. It's like it's all or nothing.
Yeah, because one way or the other with Moochie, she was gonna fill in the blank regardless, whether he said it or not. She was gonna presume Franklin, because she already know, like Larry said, she already know. But I feel what you're trying to say. Daddy just ain't got to say the name, which he didn't have to. He didn't have to, but Irene was still gonna fill it in for him, whether he said it or not. I guess you go to the court and they be like, "Was you inferring Franklin in the court of law?" Then he had to say his name, but
once he said his name, they're gonna do. If people do research, they're gonna find out who he connected with anyway.
No, I'm saying Irene was gonna do that regardless. No matter if he just said, "I'm not gonna say my family's name," whatever. Irene was gonna type in her report the family name regardless. So it didn't even matter.
I don't think of Alton as a snake. I mean, he's in an impossible situation, and I think he's just trying to do the best that he can by his family and by the community. And sometimes, if your own son is destroying the community, sometimes you have to make a hard decision. Like no one wants to have to dime their own kid out or put their own kid at risk. Okay, but at some point, you have to look at the greater good.
The OSC one said Irene is their insurance.
We're about to see. All
What
right, y'all.
insurance, though? I mean,
I'm hoping it's right because I really don't want to see Franklin go to jail.
Well, you're not. You ain't gonna see it no time soon because they done been renewed for a new season, so it ain't
Yeah.
gonna be this season.
I don't, and you know what? I don't think Man Boy gonna die either because he's gonna be like Dre. He's gonna be like Dre in Power, where you gonna want dude to die, but he's gonna be like a cat with 9 lives.
Well, Dre died, and Dre died a fiery death, a death in hell jail. Is why Dre died in Power, and I wouldn't be surprised if
he
Man
might
Boy
get that too.
Yep. Now this scene right here, Larry, we got to move on, brother. We got to move on. I got to move on. This scene right here, we all thought that Rome was pouring out liquor because someone died, and turns out that's his secret sauce for his hamburgers. He was pouring beer on his damn meat, and throughout this cookout, inspired by Jerome, this is supposed to be the makeup session for Leon to get back good with Fatback's people. While Leon is there, his girl Wanda pops up trying to dime him out, let him know that he overheard a conversation at the daddy's shelter. And Leon didn't pay her no attention. And she also wants a job. He kind of just mushed her off. He should have listened to what she had to say, but he didn't. And then the meat and taters of this whole scene. This is the fight everybody want to see. Everybody want to see Big Rome against this brother right here. Well, too bad, y'all. It ain't going to happen just yet. And if it do happen, my money's on Rome. Anyway, anybody with a Jerry curl and muscles, I'll take them over the other brother that's got a close cut and a herringbone necklace. But this is when they settle the beef. They get some soldiers. Leon is going to pay the money, and they get this brother out the hood who can count numbers like a damn calculator. Moochie, break down this whole entire cookout scene, thoughts, opinions, and feelings.
All right, now you know the OGs is mad because Fatback is gone.
Yeah.
So Jerome went there to make amends with everybody because they gotta get troops now. They gotta get soldiers again because they weak right now, and they got both Man Boy and Scully coming after them. So they need some muscles. They need some soldiers, and they gotta start getting that product back out on the street. So they gotta make nice with the people there.
Okay. Yeah.
Now with the fight, I want to see that happen.
Who you taking?
I want to see that happen.
Who you taking?
I'm taking Rome.
I'm taking Rome. I'm taking old school.
I want to know what the people in the comments think. The OG or Rome?
Yeah.
Please let us know if they get into it. Who's gonna win?
Y'all post some comments.
Do y'all want to see that?
We probably gonna see it. Larry, what was going through your mind during this scene?
I was really thinking as much as Leon was trying to school Franklin on how to move in the streets, it just makes you realize how little he knows, because it's like Jerome is having to teach him how to move in his own neighborhood, in his own projects.
Yeah, man.
He's like, I mean, this dude lives there. He runs this joint, and he doesn't really know how to move right in there. And and it really took Jerome to come in there and start teaching him how to move and really show him what's what. And that's sort of the way that Leon was thinking towards Franklin, because when all that stuff went down with Man Boy, he was like, I told him not to get involved with all that. And he tried to tell Franklin how to move, and Franklin didn't want to listen. Fortunately, it looks like Leon has a little bit better sense and is actually going to listen to Jerome, And so we saw that he was already starting to get stuff going. He was having this barbecue. We saw people bringing dollies of washing machines and stuff in, when the girl came up to try and, she was thinking about killing him to get the $5,000. He put some money in her pocket and whatnot and said, if you need anything, just ask, So it seems like he's taking Jerome's word and going about things the right way. So But it's just real interesting that here's this dude that we all thought knew how to move in the streets, and he really just doesn't.
Nope, he didn't get trained well, man. And Rome is becoming. I'm not saying Rome was never not a fan favorite, but if he's as popular as it's going to get right now. Rome is hot on these streets in this show, and I'm gonna come to you first on this
That
one.
makes me nervous too, man. That makes
Why
me nervous because when writers try and get you to love somebody is when they kill them. They get you to love them so they can kill them and make you feel some sort of way.
Don't say that.
Hey,
That's what
it
they
happens.
do.
It
Yeah, but
happens.
he did a 360 because now he knows the truth. That I'm like, I told y'all how he was. He was the OG that just want to sell his little weed, have his stereo shop, and have a nice quiet life. Now that he knows the truth, his feet, he got both feet in. He's in it now. It's good.
He knee deep in it, as they would say.
Exactly.
And I ain't talking about knee deep in a woman. He's knee deep in it. Something else, it.
Here
and you don't want that part. Larry, I'm going to you first. Look at the look on Teddy. For that look, tell you everything you need to know. Teddy is with Avi. He meet up with the banker chick. I mean, the government chick. And she basically tells him, look, I know your money was stolen. It's back in your account right now. All is settled. But he wants to know who, and she ain't giving up no information. Larry, where do you think this was going to go?
I think that she's not. I don't think she's ready for Teddy. I don't think she quite understands who she's dealing with. I think that she's used to dealing with criminals. She's used to dealing with cartel people. She might be used to dealing with some gun runners like Javi and whatnot. She's not used to dealing with a CIA agent, somebody who can move with impunity, can do whatever they want to do. And, and so, I mean, we saw Teddy didn't think twice about going to that banker's house and drugging him up and waterboarding him, you know? And, I mean, he's going to be pissed off at Avi because, Avi went there. I mean, Avi should have never went in that house, should have never showed his face. He should have just been like, well, I don't know how they got there, but he showed up, and Teddy's not dumb. He's going to be pissed off, but maybe he'll realize that he saved him, because if he would have actually killed this dude, it probably would have caused a whole lot of problems, not just with the law down there, because I think they're in Panama. It would have caused a lot of problems with the law, but it also would have caused problems with them at the bank.
Mm-hmm. And then Teddy slips out the window and shit. When Avi and them popped up, boy, ain't Teddy slithery, boy, I tell you.
But when I saw that, I thought to myself, that's just another example of Avi trying to help him, trying to save him. Because Avi could have just been like, whatever, I'm going to sleep. Instead he called the woman from the bank and said, I think we need to get up over here. But I don't trust that trick, man. I think it's not only a matter of do they know who did it, and they're trying to check his other transactions so they can find out what's what. Nah, that's some BS. You caught a dude stealing 50 million. You don't need any other transactions to get that dude locked up or do whatever you're going to do with him. He stole 50 million. That's all you need. That's it.
Well, somehow or another, this government is protecting his ass. And Moochie, what was going through your brain on this scene right here? What was you thinking? The whole Teddy trying to figure out.
When she was talking, this is when I was thinking that Avi did it.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, when she was saying, "Oh, why would he not leave?" and he's like, "Because he doesn't want anybody to think he's guilty." And that's when I was like, that person at the bank ain't steal that money. Avi stole that money.
So do you think Avi in cahoots with her?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Well,
before I move on, I guess I just have a hard time with that, because I just think to myself, Avi's a businessman, and if he steals from him, or even whether he steals from him, or if it's just simply a matter of, when I do business with you, the business does not get completed. It doesn't matter if Avi's in the right or in the wrong or whatever. If he can't get the job done, Teddy's going elsewhere. And so I just don't see Avi want to screw up that relationship like that.
Well, I guess we gonna most definitely find out for sure. Now, Moochie, this next one is coming to you, and this was a very, very telling scene. Here we go. Rome still assisting Leon in getting these new soldiers together. You see, they kind of giving them a rundown of what they got to do. Next scene, this chick runs up on them, pulls a gun. But thankfully, there was somebody to walk up behind her, pull the gun on her, kind of helped out Leon and Rome. But they didn't look like they were scared anyway. And basically, like Larry said, Leon tried to hand the girl the money and be like, if you need something, come to me. And that's when she tells them it's a bounty on his head. She got all these problems. But before she could put that money in her pocket, Rome taught Leon another lesson. Before you give up this money, get some more information. Having said that, Moochie, what was going on in this scene right here?
This is how you could tell that he's just muscle. He don't really think everything through all the way. And when he was just going to give her the money and send her on her way.
Yeah.
No, you got to find out where this threat is coming from.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're right. Larry, thoughts? Scene right here.
Yeah, I think him giving her money like that I think that was a reaction of guilt. I think he's still feeling guilty about Fatback, and he's being overly generous because, as like Rome said, you need to come in here and take care of these people. That's your job now, is to take care of them. You run this spot, and so you need to take care of them. And I think that was where he was going with that. But the thing that I thought was really cool about this scene was before, Leon made when Jerome was saying something about getting some of the dude's soldiers, and he waved over the calculator dude, and Leon made some remark about I need more than a human calculator or something, and that dude was the one that rolled up behind this chick with a gun to her head and was ready to blast her. I was like, this dude may be smart as hell, but apparently he's willing to put in that work. And I was like, it was just a kind of a good lesson to Leon. Like, you need not judge a book by its cover. You need to make sure you know these people that you're dealing with before you start judging, and trying to make assumptions about who they are. Because you might think this is just because even then he referred to him where he said, where's that nerdy? Well, you might think he's just some nerdy dude, but a nerdy dude with his calculator mind can still put a bullet through your head.
That's right.
His calculator is a gun, ladies and gentlemen. That's what his calculator is. It's a gun.
Calculator dude had to drop on the crackhead because she's a crackhead.
Oh yeah.
Dude just came up all quiet like a ninja too, boy.
Exactly.
Hey, well, that's what you get from a nerd. Nerd ain't about to run up on y'all. What you think he gonna go and run up and snow? Nerd gonna just sneak right up on you and put you down. There ain't no need to go screaming and all this stuff they did in the Civil War when they about to do something silly and kill themselves. He just ran up on her and said, "Look,
yeah, dude,
drop it." Yeah,
dude,
man.
glided up on her. He didn't hear anything. He just kind of glided up on her and was just like.
Ralph Ortiz says, "Why aren't they listening to Wanda?"
No, I think they are.
When Wanda was trying to tell them what she heard at the shelter, he wants to know that he said the answer's right in front of them. Why weren't they listening to her?
They will now.
He just dismissed Wanda, man, because Leon's still thinking that she's still dealing with maybe her addiction issues, and he's going through a lot himself. So I think that it was a twofold issue. Number one, he's dealing with so much he don't want to deal with anything else somebody else about to throw on him. Then he's probably thinking to himself, Wanda's still trying to recover. But I guarantee you this, like Larry said, I bet you they be listening to Wanda from now on. And
I think her approach was wrong. If she didn't ask for the money and to get back to work right away, then he probably would have took heed and listened to what she was saying.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Haskins, I appreciate you, my homie. He's saying Big D was scared of Romy Rome. I can't wait till we get that fight. They know we want to see that fight. And Romy Rome probably kill him. He probably eat that young buck for dinner. We'll see. but it's gonna come. All right, people, it's getting deep now. Oh boy, it's getting deep. This was the lead up to the main climax of this whole episode. They in there talking about strategies, what they're gonna do with Leon. Again, Louis is basically wanting to X themselves from Leon, while Rome is like, nah, we're gonna take care of him. Then who pops in the room? The mama saying, Franklin, I need to talk to you. And when she popped in that room, the looks on her face told me everything I need to know, which leads us right back to this right here, and we're gonna break it down.
Think about what we've been through. We have survived massacres in Africa, enslavement, the Middle Passage. We survived Reconstruction, Jim Crow, lynchings, and the ruthless oppression that still continues till this day. But I don't know if we can survive this. This systematic poisoning of our people by the government and by you, son. Killing us all. Don't you see that?
Now, this is what I want to know. We talked about this. We had a debate, me and Larry. Larry said that she would always pick Franklin over the husband, baby daddy. In that moment, she did not do that. In that moment, she punched Franklin so hard, he was about to have a heart attack. I mean,
She straight armed him. She did the.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, Larry, did he have surgery on his chest or his leg? Because she punched him so hard, homeboy, little bird chest on the wall saying, oh, what the fuck, man? But at the end of the day, you got to respect what that daddy said. You got to respect everything that daddy said. But the way he's going about it, I don't know what more he could. Was he supposed to just disappear, leave his family there? You know, the daddy is trying to not only protect his family, but he's also trying to protect the people in the community. And then if I wanted to play devil's advocate, I could always say this. Okay, so daddy, you're going to protect the people in the community from this black guy, your son, right? All that's going to happen is the white people going to move in and sell it to him. And, you know, why not y'all make some of the money that they're going to take anyway? And I guess the dad's pride is like this. I don't care what they do. I'm just worried about what my family is doing and getting them to safety. Moochie, we're going to come to you first. Explain this scene, walk through everything you want to walk through about this scene we just watched.
He knew Franklin was pissed off because the way he did it, and then came and told them what he did. Because he could have had it was just at the beginning, they were celebrating his birthday, so they was ready to accept him back into the family. Because remember, they was all playing him at an arm's distance.
Mm-hmm.
And with as far as with Franklin, he was pissed off with him because he told, and he already knows that he had that conversation with Teddy the week before, talking about trying to get out. Mm-hmm. And what he said he would do to him if he tried to get out.
Okay, I'm all right. Larry, go through this scene, my brother. Is there anything the dad could have done better?
No. I mean, I want to say that there was, but I can't think of anything, because the reality of it is everything that he's saying is not like Franklin doesn't know it. Franklin knows it. And when he lashed out and hit his dad, he didn't hit his dad because he was necessarily angry with his dad even per se. It was the fact that he can't have what he's doing as far as selling drugs and what's happening with the community and where his dad wants him to go. Those two things just they don't work together. You can't be the good guy and sell the drugs at the same time. And so Franklin was just getting upset because, right, the way he's sort of been living in his own mind is he gets to play the good guy. He gets to give loans to churches and then forgive those loans. You know, he gets to donate money to help run this shelter, but the shelter is in part needed because you've destroyed the community, you know? So I mean, in some respects, he's really just upset because his dad is telling him about himself. He's just reading them, and he doesn't want to hear it. He doesn't want to face the truth about himself. You know, the only thing that I think that could have possibly have happened is if he would have tried to work on the mother more and get the mother to leave. Like if he would have been able to try and get the mother to go. The problem is the mom doesn't want to go either because the mom is up there living her best life, dealing with these politicians and these businessmen. These are people before that she realized didn't want to really deal with her. I mean, if you remembered on the first season when she was working as that property manager for that guy, she was smarter than that guy, you know. But he didn't want to give her the opportunity because all he saw was just some hood chick from the hood, you know, just some black chick from the hood. And she's smart. She knows how to run and how to run things and how to move. And now that she's getting these opportunities, she doesn't want to give them up either. You know? So I don't really think there's anything that dad could have done. The only thing he could have done is what he did or simply have left. I mean, obviously he could have just stayed there and said nothing and done nothing, but I don't think his conscience would have allowed him to do that. I think if he would have stayed there and said nothing and done nothing, he would have started using again because eventually it would have gotten to him.
Yeah, I can get with that. Let me shout out, let me see here, TP for that 187. We appreciate that. Cleo
I
money.
like that. I like that thumbnail shot he has.
Yeah. I bet you ain't paid 187 for that. Whatever you paid for that, let me get some of them funds too, my brother. Or it could be a sister, whoever it is. Nice shot on that one. All right. So very next thing we see, Franklin on the phone because, man, he's sweating bullets now, man. He on the phone and he's trying to call Teddy. Instead of getting Teddy, he's getting Gustavo, who's just being nonchalant about the whole thing until a fax comes in. Y'all take a good look at this fax.
I saw it.
Okay, Larry, you see this fax?
I do see it now.
Well, go ahead, Moochie, since you took notes and we know that nothing beats your notes. Break down this scene for us.
Okay, you know they found not Franklin. Teddy found his boo. So she knows where Lucia is, and he's going. They saying it's no location of her, but he's trying to find her. So now that he see that Teddy really working on trying to find her, he's gonna fall in line because he loves that girl.
Yeah, he do love her. Damn right. He loves him some Lucia. Larry, thoughts on this scene right here?
Yeah, you just never know. You never know if that's the real deal, or if he's just put that in there. He had that scent because he knew Gustavo was there. You know, you just never know. Is he sending there because he wants to make Gustavo think that he's putting in that work? You know, or is it a real fax?
I think it's real.
I think it's real. He's he's off his game now where he's not gonna be able to be that conniving.
No, I fully disagree. I think he's fully in his element at this point. I think he is fully in his element, and he's going to be as conniving as we've ever seen him. He's not only is he going to be conniving, he's going to be reckless and ruthless. Maybe not even as reckless, because even now, I mean, he's being a bit reckless, but he's also being ruthless. So maybe he'll be both, but I think at some point he's going to dial back his recklessness and get back to more of his just straight being calculated. But he's also just going to be ruthless and doesn't care about who gets their feelings hurt. He's going to say or do whatever he has to do to get what he wants done, including having somebody send a fake fax, making it look like he's looking for
her. I don't believe that, but we'll find out soon enough. Here we go with this right here, man. Lord have mercy.
Not this hoe.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. God, man. Jeez, man. So, Poe Franklin, he's in a bad way. And what does he do while he's in a bad way? Sits between the bosoms of Tattaletale Tanase at that, starts crying. while she rubbing through his head, and he up there just singing like a mockingbird, man. I think it's over. And you know, all she doing is sitting there processing information like the black computer guy. She processing that information, running back to tell man boy. At the end of the day, Teddy gonna have to step in here and handle some things. Larry, I'm gonna go to you first. What are we gonna get out of this? What are we gonna get out of all this?
I don't know. Maybe Gustavo will pay her a visit or something.
At the behest of Teddy.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. She needs to go. Maybe it'll be Leon that takes her out or something. She needs to go because I don't trust anything about this chick. Not a single solitary thing.
But Larry, you ain't never trusted chick from the very first episode. You was like, I don't trust her.
Neither did I. I thought she was a cop.
Yeah, ain't nobody give this chick. And anytime you get a woman who's drinking out of a flower cup, something orange, you better trust that woman. She says she ain't trust her. And Moochie, speak on Tanase, Tattletale Tanase.
Now that she gonna grease his scalp, he gonna tell everything.
Yep.
You know they tell you don't let nobody play in your head because they know your thoughts. That's what old people tell you.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I used to tell my son that when he had locks. Don't let these girls play in your head because then they know your thoughts. Look.
So you mean to tell me Mario made a whole damn song about girl, won't you braid my hair? So you saying that he was messing up, letting dudes run around?
That's an old saying. I'm just saying they used to say you don't let everybody play in your head because then they know your thoughts. That's an old
people
saying.
have all kinds of weird sayings.
That's like an old saying. Like old people used to say that. You don't let everybody play in your head because then they know your thoughts.
I had a girlfriend some years ago. I had a girlfriend some years ago. Her mom.
Knowledge. I'm just saying.
I had a girlfriend some years ago, and
then she cooked it because he was like, "I smell." She said it's chicken skin.
Yeah, chicken skin.
She's gonna concoct her own oil to rub in his head. That don't sound like voodoo. I don't know what does.
He had flies. So he had flies buzzing around his head.
Mooch, you said that she cooked chicken grease to put it in there.
That's what she said.
Cooking, and she was like, she said it's chicken skin.
Oh my boy!
So I was like, what the heck?
So the next thing you wait for her to bring out a chicken wing now, huh? Is this dangling around?
Like, I'm not in the mood to eat because he said that, and then she came out with the bowl and that. And here he go, just like Leon. You know, once they mess in their head, they turn into a little boy. He start crying just like Leon did.
He sure did cry. Boy, didn't want no crocodile tears he was letting out, man. Wow. Well, people, we're to the final part of this video. Thank you guys for sitting through. We got 165 in. Please give me all the like. Everybody watching right now that hear my voice, like this video. The last thing we saw Irene at that damn computer, getting ready to just tell the story. And did you guys catch this and this right here? Larry, you get the first crack at this. And at the end, they showed everybody getting together, trying to put pieces together for this story. But Larry, you get first dibs at the last part of our review.
Yeah, this is one of those things where it's like this story was coming out, and there was no stopping this. This story is a juggernaut, and there was no stopping it. And so it was just a matter of were they going to be able to and I think this has played a lot into Alton, you know, Franklin's dad saying something, because I think it was just a matter of, can I protect my son? Because she even told him when she went there to talk to him a few times, and she told him before, this story's coming. There is no stopping it. It's going to come out. It's just a matter of, do you talk to me and I protect your family, or do I put the story out and your family's fully exposed? So, I mean, it was coming. There's nothing. I mean, so I mean, I'm glad she's getting this story out. I felt bad with the scene, that scene where her ex-husband came by, because she was like, this is the story I've been chasing all these years. This is the reason why I haven't been a good mother or a good wife. And I'm thinking to myself, well, damn. I was like, you think that this story is more important than your family, than your own kid and your own husband? I was like, but I'm happy. I'm happy this coming out. I'm glad all these other people are have their hands in it, because now it doesn't matter if they kill Irene or not. This story has a life of its own.
Mooch.
I agree with what Larry said, that now the story has a life of its own because now the office has a hold of it.
Mm-hmm.
And once it gets in the paper, it's really gonna grow legs. And the things that she was just writing in there, her little fingers was moving too. That's the original Twitter fingers. What Twitter fingers was even thought of. She was, you see her little, she was going off on that typewriter. I'm just saying, she's like the OG Twitter fingers if Twitter was around.
And the thing about newspapers is that even like another newspaper may want to pick up the story, but if they don't have the same sources that she had to try and verify the story, all they're going to simply do is cite the original story. They're going to run with it and say, according to such and such story, this is what happened, and they're going to run with whatever other information they can find, and they'll just cite the original story as their source. And so it's going to live on forever. It's going to be in all kinds of papers and TV stations and radio and everything else all around the world. So yeah, there's no stopping this train, They done
spark the match. Wait, how can I say it? What's the phrase? They done spark the flame that starts the fire.
The only thing you can do is take out, before that thing can circulate, you might set the whole building on fire, take out everybody in the building. That's the only way you're going to stop it at this point. And I don't see the story writing something that dramatic into the story. So now it's going to become a meaningful thing of, is Teddy going to try to take out witnesses? Because if this thing is going to circulate, it's going to go to court. And the only thing you can do then is just try to take out meaningful witnesses like the mob bosses used to do. So, and we're not going to see none of that till next year.
CIA gets involved and say that they had no knowledge of what he did.
Of which they will do that.
What of course they're going to say.
Yep. So, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a fast hour and a half. This has been a good, very good season of Snowfall. Be sure to come right back here tomorrow night, because we will be breaking down Falcon Winter Soldier, the very next episode. And we might even sneak in a little Godzilla versus Kong talk. I heard y'all been itching to hear about what we think on that one. So be sure to like our video, share us with your good people. I really appreciate you guys super chatting, giving me time to free up myself to work with other people. And until that next sexy as hell video, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Peace.